Now joining us for entertainment with all the Hollywood gossip is Jake Holgerson. Jake, what's the latest?
Hey guys, welcome to this week's entertainment, where Hollywood meets the Rockies. The 84th annual Oscars took place on Sunday. I sat down with my bowl of popcorn and watched. I laughed, I cried, and then the commercial break ended. Now for the winners. Best Picture went to the carefully crafted silent film, The Artist. Boosting the film's cred, leading man of the black and white film, Jean Dujardin, also won for Best Actor. The coveted Best Actress award went to the Iron Lady, Meryl Streep. Honestly, in my opinion, Robert Downey Jr. would have been a better Iron Lady. Think about it. You know I'm right. He even Tebow's better than Tim Tebow. For more about the Oscars and what the stars wore on the red carpet, check out our latest segment, FBI, Fashion Bureau of Investigation, on www.themetreport.org. Here's a sneak peek of what we talked about.
Entertainment, FBI, Fashion Bureau of Investigation.
It reminds me too much of those little crinkly fans that you get in Chinatown.
She looked like a 10.
A 10. Okay.
She looks great.
I don't know if I like the shape on the dress. Is just different. It's just not something we're used to.
It's the nude color of it that makes her just look like she's all one figure, just flowing straight down.
You show the lights, stop me, turn to stone. You shine me when I'm alone.
Now let's get to the awards that matter. The nominations for the 32nd annual Razzies were announced last week. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Razzie Award, the annual tradition celebrates the year's worst moments in film. Records were broken this year when Adam Sandler received 11 nominations for 3 of his films. The black sheep of his career seems to be the gender-bending movie Jack and Jill, where he plays Jack and a rather horrific-looking woman named Jill. Jack and Jill was also nominated Worst Picture along with Bucky Larson, New Year's Eve, Transformers 3, and would you believe it, Breaking Dawn, Part 1 of the Twilight Saga? If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say Nicolas Cage is hoping for a loss, as he is competing against Sandler for Worst Actor award. Mr. Sandler will also compete for Worst Actress as well, against Sarah Palin, who plays herself. It's Sarah Palin, the undefeated. Check out the full list of Razzie nominees at our Facebook page, @MetReport, all one word, and find out who wins the infamous award and plays the biggest fool on April 1st. Campus always seems to be a buzz, from politicians to actors, and now MTV is added to that list. Their Emmy Award-winning series, Made, will be holding auditions for students between the ages of 18 and 26 on March 9th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, visit Metro State Office of Student Life in Tivoli Room 311. Now on to some somber news. Lead singer of the Monkees, Davy Jones, has passed away. The 66-year-old actor and well-known singer has suffered a heart attack this week. His band, the Monkees, were the American equivalent to the Beatles and recently celebrated their 45th anniversary tour in 2011. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. The late, great Dr. Seuss once said, "I'm glad we had the times together just to laugh and sing a song. Seems like we just got started, and then before you know it, the times we had together were gone." Speaking of Dr. Seuss, people are celebrating his birthday today, and just in time as one of his stories is being brought to life. The Lorax is in theaters today and has a star-studded cast including Danny DeVito, Taylor Swift, and Ed Helms.
Did you chop down this tree?
What's that?
I think he did it.
You have been warned.
Thanks. Yeah, okay.
You have been warned.
Want to go to a $12 million party without the hangover? Annalisa Blanco shows us what this would look like with Project X.
One epic night, one out-of-control party. Project X in theaters today is a documentary-style film that follows 3 high school boys on their journey to find popularity.
Story-wise, we stuck to the script, but we all got to do a little bit of improv, so we got to make our own little jokes every now and then, and you know, the boys had fun with that, and their dynamic was great.
While it may have looked like fun and games, a lot of hard work went into it, says Kirby Blanton.
It was hard work, and it's hard to keep that energy up all the time, and it's hard to pretend like you're at a party for 5 weeks.
All of their effort must have paid off because the film has already proved to be a hit and may just be the party film of our generation. For the Met Report, I'm Annalisa Blanco.
With all this cold weather, I think we're all a little eager to get away. Well, luckily, reporter Kelly Metzner gives us a step-by-step breakdown on how to get the best deals for this year's spring break.
Warmer weather isn't the only thing to look forward to this spring. It's time for a much-needed break. The time-honored tradition of spring break allows us a week of possibility and adventure in the face of spring fever. But as students, we most often find ourselves heavy on inspiration but light on income. To help the two meet somewhere in the middle, I've put together a series of tips to help you live large on your spring break without breaking the bank. Step 1 is finding your vacation destination. The hands-down best deals are through saving sites such as Groupon.com and LivingSocial.com. Domestic and international vacation packages are offered at highly reduced rates and often include side excursions. Airfare is the next step and often the most difficult. Airlines have made finding low fares a process that is not for the faint of heart. Airlines reduce airfares on Tuesday afternoons and raise them back by Thursday at the latest, making the weekends the most expensive time to buy. When searching flights, try to search flights that will travel on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday. These are the least expensive travel days. Also, if you're traveling with a group, book flights individually rather than as a group. This will save hundreds in fees and upcharges. And last but not least, be flexible. Wiggle room in your travel plans will allow for the lowest rates. I highly recommend BookingBuddy.com to get an overall comparison of travel sites, as well as being able to monitor prices on many destinations via email alerts. If you'll be driving on your spring break, be sure to download the Gas Buddy app to your smartphone to find the lowest gas prices anywhere in the United States, or visit www.gasbuddy.com. Hopefully these tips will inspire you to create an adventure that will be one for the books. Be sure to tune in next week as I bring you the best spring break staycations right here in Denver. For the Met Report, I'm Kelly Metzner.
I know many students are excited to go somewhere for spring break, but I think I just want to curl up with a good book. What are you guys going to do?
I want to go somewhere. I definitely don't want to be in here too long.
I'm going to try to get up in the snow and enjoy the snow as much as I can while I still can.
Coming up after the break, the RMAC shootout started this week, and both the men's and women's team were in action, and Jack Bingham will tell you how they did.
All night long and do it all again so I can find my way back home.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted. Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference is one of the most historic college organizations in the United States. Founded in 1909, the RMAC has a membership of 14 colleges and universities, making it one of the largest conferences in the country. The RMAC is also one of the most successful. During the past decade, more than 30 RMAC teams have won national championships. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, continuing the tradition of excellence.
And now joining us on desk, Jack Bingham with Metro Sports. Jack, what's happening?
We have the RMAC tournament going on, getting prepared for the Division II tournament, so we'll start with women's basketball. Colorado Mesa paid a visit to the Auraria Event Center for the quarterfinals of the RMAC tournament. Metro may not have known the start time. They didn't even show up in the first half. They made it for the second. The Roadrunners, ranked 7th nationally, got into a bar fight, Craig. Mesa didn't back down from the top seed, making 4 of 6 from three-point land in the first 20 minutes, and kept it close to the break. Here, Kaylee Dowd buckets 2 of her 15 to go along with 7 rebounds. A different team came out of the locker room in the second half. Metro netted 8 of 12 from downtown, including 5 of 6 in the second period. They set a school record, shooting 62% from the field. The well-oiled second half machine pulled away as Metro notched assists on 17 of their 29 made shots. The blowout finished with a count of Metro State 84, Colorado Mesa 61.
It's just been such a fantastic opportunity. We have such a great group of girls, a great coach. I mean, we have the RMAC Coach of the Year, Freshman of the Year. We have a lot of really talented girls, but also it's just such a great group to be a part of that it's just been such an amazing opportunity.
The 23-point win moves the Roadrunners into the RMAC Shootout semifinals, which tips off in a few hours against Western State, 3 p.m. in Pueblo. While the Auraria Event Center crowd was treated to a spectacular game Tuesday night, the distaste of an overtime loss to Colorado Mesa was not a treat. The visiting Mavericks of Colorado Mesa set off the upset alert, knocking off number 12 Metro State in the first round of the RMAC tournament. This floater by Reggie Evans to close the half was one bright spot, as the Roadrunners suffered through a torturous night shooting. 29.8% from the field, a school record low. Back and forth all the way to the finish. Here, Brandon Jefferson knocks down 2. He had 13. Mike Melillo stuffs the follow off the Colton Bergen miss. He had a game-high 21. Freshman Nicholas Kay puts the Roadrunners up 2 with under half a minute to go. And after hitting the biggest shot of his young career, Mesa tied it to go to overtime. Metro forced 25 turnovers. The most important, however, was when they committed. Mesa down 1 gets a critical steal and bucket by Mike Melillo. Mesa from down 1 to up 1. With under half a minute, down 2, Jefferson misses a low percentage 3-point attempt. Mesa escapes Auraria with the upset, 67-63.
I mean, the box score is hard to look at. I've never seen a box score like this. We got 40 more shot attempts than they did. We forced 25 turnovers. We out-rebounded them by 7. Here's what it boils down to, plain and simply. They shot 51%, we shot 30%.
The men now await their fate for the NCAA Division II tournament. The Roadrunners find out their opponent this Sunday. In a February 27th doubleheader, the Roadrunners softball team exasperated the power of aluminum. The Bats were alive for the first game against UC Colorado Springs. Metro rallied from an early deficit to get the run rule win. The Bats switched dugouts in the second game. UCCS racked up 14 runs on 16 hits in the game. Metro starter Brittany Moss gave up 7 of each in her first 4 outs. Christina Blanton popped the cork on the scoring in the first, and Colorado Springs had the runs flowing. Blanton scored in the inning, and Colorado Springs added 5 more in the second inning. Metro cut the lead by the end of the 5th to a deficit of 6, with a solo home run in the 4th followed by 2 scores off of a single by Nichols. To counter, the Mountain Lions had a 5-run 6th, and in the bottom half of the inning, the Roadrunners were sat down in order. Improving to 3-1 in the RMAC, UC Colorado Springs wins 14-4. Metro softball continue their rough season, 4-12 overall and 1-3 in the RMAC. Spending the weekend visiting Black Hills State, tonight's game was canceled and Saturday's rescheduled for 11 a.m. in Rapid City, South Dakota. Mother Nature has been a thorn in the side of our baseball team to start the season. Snow canceled the opening weekend's games at Auraria Field. More snow moved the Hastings series to Pueblo, and a third helping of the White Stuff postponed the first 2 games of the series with Regis. But with plenty of shoveling and a little sun, the Roadrunners finally got to hit the field for a doubleheader with the Rangers. The field was cleaned off, but Mother Nature hung around for some blustery conditions. Onto the game, Metro gets on the board first. Robbie Nichols grounds out to bring home Darren Schultes. Regis DH John Schuta ties the game with 1 swing of the bat in the 4th inning. Regis would go up 3-1 heading into the bottom half of the 7th, when Metro would reel off 4 runs. Schulte singles to bring in Gavin Purvis, then Ty Jacob hits right back to the pitcher. He throws the ball over the catcher's head as Schulte scores, and then Eric Camel hustles his way in. Metro up 5-3, but the Rangers would rally, scoring 4 runs of their own in the top of the 8th to win by a final of 7-5. In Game 2, the Runners only managed 4 combined hits, as the Rangers got a stellar pitching performance from Mike McElreath, who went the distance giving up 0 runs and striking out 6 batters. Next weekend, they host always tough Colorado Mesa, unless, of course, that seedy witch Mother Nature rears her ugly head again. You know, we get kind of frustrated dealing with the weather and it interrupting the baseball season, but it's just, you know, Colorado's got it. They've got the Mother Nature, you know.
How it is.
Well, that does it for this week's edition of the Met Report. For Jeffrey Will, Jake Holgerson, and Jack Bingham, and the whole Met Report staff, I'm Lika Bryant, and we'll see you on campus.